taken one step too close to me.
Welcome to Virtual Realms, and this is bad. This is very bad.
Group 1. Strike group coordinates locked in.
We've lost Charon. Fleet command is gone. Emergency biotech teams are working to keep her alive.
Copy. Repairs initiated.
The collision asteroid must have served its purpose as a delay tactic. There's a large number of Taiidan ships located here. A mothership-class vessel is among them.
Well, it seems they've brought out the big guns, and they're playing for keeps. I'm going to deploy immediately and move my main fleet out protectively in front of my mothership. There's a group coming in from down below. I have a group of attack bombers going down after them. They are ion cannon frigates. Attack bombers, I think, are the correct answer to that problem. They should be able to make short work of them, hopefully before they get within range. The mothership and its accompanying fleet is reported somewhere directly ahead of me. Oh, but forces are hyperspacing in right on top of my mothership. And there's a group coming in from above. I don't have anything to answer the ships coming in from above, so I'm going to send my drone frigate up there to try and delay them. We'll see if it can earn its keep this time around. I'm going to focus all of my attacks on that heavy cruiser. I would love to capture that, but if I don't kill it immediately, it will kill my mothership in seconds. I guess I could send my salvage corvettes over there and try and snag something, but my main focus has to be on killing those ships as quickly as possible. I've got my support frigates over here by my mothership, and it is their only target. They will start repairing it immediately as soon as it starts taking damage. And I'm already in big trouble. My drone frigate's about to die over here. But I'm scoring heavy damage on the heavy cruiser, and it goes down. Okay, that's half the battle right there. I've managed to... well, now they're starting to hit the mothership, and they're doing a lot of damage, but I'm making good inroads on thinning out their firepower fairly quickly, although I am being harassed by it looks like multi-gun corvettes, and my drone frigate's actually holding its own. I think it engaged a group of interceptors, and as soon as it's done, it'll come over and help with these corvettes. You know, usually drone frigates are a very limited usefulness to me, but you certainly pulled his weight this time. Kudos, buddy. You've been with me a long time, and I'm glad I kept you around. Okay, we have survived the first pass. There's only a few Corvette-class ships running around.
Group 2 copies.
And we managed to take minimal damage to the mothership.
Friendlies under fire.
Those ships put out such firepower, it could have died within, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. I was fortunate in that I was able to head them off before they could fully get within range. So, luck has been with me so far. Now I need to organize my fleet, because that's not going to be the end of this altercation. I have a feeling I'm not going to have free reign to go after their forces. They're not done coming after me, and I need to be ready for that. Motherships, although they are extremely large and do have a bit of firepower to slowly deal with fighters coming after them, they are really fairly fragile. The only thing they have going for them is a reasonably large-sized hit point pool, and under heavy firepower from destroyers and heavy cruisers, they don't last long at all. Their only real strength is the ability to hyperspace the fleet, or provide a hyperspace point to take the fleet with them, and to manufacture and research new ship types and really create your fleet, or assimilate captured vessels. That's invaluable, yes, but it doesn't help them if they are under direct fire. So this is very much a game of strategy at this point in time. I've got a little bit of breathing space, and I have to use it to its best effect. And oh, look at that. I did manage to get a missile destroyer over there. Outstanding. I didn't think I had grabbed anything, but I did get something, and that's a whole lot better than nothing. I think I'm going to go ahead and move my carrier forward. It's kind of in the way by the entrance for large vessels on the other side of the mothership, so it needs to move anyway, and I'm going to move it up in close proximity to the rest of the fleet. I may have to utilize that. I don't make much use of carriers normally, but in this case I might have to make an exception.
Copy.
I'm going to get my resource or support frigates hard at work repairing any damage that was done to my main fleet, and I'm going to send my resource collectors out to, at the very least, start harvesting wreckage, because there's plenty of it out there, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to do some heavy building here. I'm going to focus on heavy corvettes, since they seem to like multi-gun corvettes. Heavy corvettes are a bit tougher, and I think they're a good counter to the multi-gun corvettes. Pound for pound, I think they're more effective against other corvettes. Some more salvage corvettes. I'm going to need more ships, and I'm going to lose salvage corvettes. It's almost a given. So, yeah, we're gonna spend some resources and see if we can't build up our fleet as far as that's concerned. Now, I have built my fleet through the course of these missions around a few very large, very heavy-hitting vessels. And while that does have certain logistical advantages, they have already shown that they have a fondness for attacking from multiple directions at once. And that means if I have the entirety of my fleet facing one attack, I'm kind of vulnerable from other directions. So this is going to be more than a little risky. I'm going to reposition my fleet here, and we need to really focus on capturing some heavy hitters to form like a little second fleet or a defensive fleet. I have to catch these groups at range. If they actually get close enough to the mothership, that's really bad news. I need to try and intercept them outside of weapons range if at all possible. I'm going to go ahead and dock up my attack bombers, and I think I'm probably going to start building with the carrier some more attack bombers to supplement that. I'd like to get a nice strong wing of those going, and then we'll go from there.
Construction underway. Assembly underway. Assembly underway. Berths are clear. Assembly underway. Berths are clear.
There, that ought to do. They have their drawbacks, but I think that the speed of the attack bombers will help me out. If I guess wrong on any of these incoming attacks and I have to cover ground quickly, attack bombers are pretty effective against larger vessels, and they move a lot faster than my main fleet, so they are my insurance policy.
Acknowledged.
Okay, it's less than a minute later, and I have noticed there's a Taiidan carrier high overhead. And I think, you know, I'll make my boy happy. I will go ahead and send some salvage corvettes up there after it. He'll get to claim it.
Reinforcements emerging from hyperspace.
Maybe not. Well, I'll let them head in that direction for now, but boy, I may have to pull them back. There they are, way up there to the left. Yeah, that carrier is definitely a second priority. Let's go ahead and organize the fleet. At least I've seen them coming well in advance. They didn't hyperspace right on top of me again, and that gives me a fighting chance here, so we're going to pop ahead here, I think, a few more minutes while I move to engage. Okay, I've got my main fleet moving in that direction. My salvage corvettes I'm going to send after the larger ships toward the rear. There's a destroyer. We'll select these guys and have them go after a different one. I just hope I'm not committing them too early here and that they'll get blown up before they can do any good. Timing is a little tricky on this, and I may not get that right, but I do have plenty more building, so let's hope it pays off. And it's splitting my salvage corvettes into two different groups, which is actually kind of good. It makes them a little easier to handle. Are they going too fast? Maybe. Well, let's see what happens. At least my two support frigates there appear to be behaving themselves for a change. Hopefully they'll do some good. I've got one heavy cruiser that just likes to run out in front of everyone. But he's already taking his toll, so I can't complain about that too much. And we've got some fair distance from the mothership, so hopefully that'll pay off.
Fire confirmed.
Okay, first wave is being engaged successfully. Second wave is coming in. They shouldn't pose too big a threat. One of my salvage corvettes is taking damage, though, but it looks like just ion cannon frigates left, so my salvage corvette should be okay unless the destroyers take them out. There's two destroyers there. Alright, let's see if they make it through alive. That's not looking good. I think I have one spare in this group. Whoa, actually I've got like 3 spares. Oh, you know what? There's a heavy cruiser up there behind them. To heck with the destroyer. Go get that heavy cruiser. Get him. Get him. We have snagged one destroyer, but the fleet seems hell-bent on killing it, so that may not survive to make it back to base. Looks like neither one of them are going to survive. Well, that's alright. Let's see if we can grab this heavy cruiser.
Dock order confirmed.
I'm going to have my other group dock. Get them out of harm's way. They're a little chewed up. And you're going to leave them alone, fleet? Sometimes they're a little overzealous. It looks like mission successful. Alright, we've dealt with a second wave successfully, but I'm going to immediately move my fleet back down there at top speed because I don't trust the Taiidan, and I have a feeling they are going to send another wave relatively quickly.
Copy.
I'll have you go down here and dock up.
Dock order confirmed.
Support frigates are hard at work.
Reporting.
Good boys.
Coming into dock.
If you just keep doing that, you'll earn your keep. And when I get a minute, I'm going to try and build some more of those too. I have a feeling they're going to come in handy, and I probably, at least for now, should assign some of them to continuously hover right at the mothership and focused on it. If it takes any damage at all, they will delay its death if I come under heavy fire. This group was
confirmed
by itself, though. It was nowhere near as substantial as the 3 groups that attacked me originally. Ooh, there's that carrier again. I'm going to send these 4 salvage corvettes over there and see if I can snag it. I personally don't care about it, but it'll be kind of a moral victory for my son. It'll give him a chance to brag and say I told
Enemy
you so.
reinforcements emerging from hyperspace.
Well, maybe not.
Group 1 reporting. Capital ship locked in.
You know what? No, I can live without those 4 salvage corvettes. We'll see if they survive, if they're tough enough to grab that carrier without getting blown up and drag it back down.
Standing by.
I've decided that that's just going to
Copy.
happen. But it's such a waste. Oh well. They're on their own. Be brave, Captain Morgoth. Go get the carrier for reasons.
Group 1.
And we've dispatched our main fleet to intercept the attack group coming up from down below.
Group 1.
Hopefully,
Group 1
we
standing
will
by.
be able to stop them before they get any closer to our mothership. You good guys? You really don't go up and down very quickly, do you? Well, those salvage corvettes are booking, carrying that
Engage
captured
capital ship.
heavy cruiser back. You go, guys. I'll probably have
Group
a
10.
use for you here pretty soon. And we've got a fair force there. It's alright. I think I better... Well, I gotta wait until that heavy cruiser gets back, and then I'll link all my salvage corvettes up. Let me organize this. I'll jump ahead just a hair, and we'll resume in a moment. Okay, you'll be happy to know we have successfully captured the useless enemy carrier. And I have my main fleet about to engage. My salvage corvettes have been freed up, and they are moving to grab big vessels. And the first two ships of my main attack group are engaging the hostile frigates.
Ready.
I don't think this is going to be too much of a fight. This is getting progressively easier as we go along. Oh, that's bad.
We are being overwhelmed.
This is Captain Nelson. We have been battling reinforcement fleets to get here and have lost many ships already. The Emperor's flagship is here. Together we can defeat him and the Taiidan fleet. I am placing Squadrons Core and Jasa under your command.
Captain Elson, baby, I am glad to see you. I thought we had had an enemy fleet jump right on top of the mothership while my forces were pulled away. We have reinforcements, and I see half of them are heading directly toward the Emperor's flagship on the other side of the map.
Copy.
All right, well, we're going to assign the rest of his forces to follow along and back them up. I don't really need them. I have this part of the fight under control. And now that I have reinforcements, I can seriously consider making a move toward the bulk of the enemy fleet over on the other side of the map. My salvage corvettes are moving in. It looks like they're going to get another successful capture. So that's 2 heavy cruisers that I've snagged. I don't know if they're going to be able to get anything else over there, but that's all right. 2 heavy cruisers makes up for a lot of other ships.
Confirmed.
And we appear to be successful. All right. Take it home, boys.
Copy.
And I'll have you go back here and dock.
Docking underway.
And we have cleared things up. Well, there's something up there. I think that red diamond up there is actually the captured carrier that we have. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. I was checking out what that was. We grabbed one of the ion cannon frigates too. That's no big prize, but you know, I'm not going to turn up my nose at it either. Alright, we're going to get organized now. That carrier is taking forever to get down here to the mothership, but oh well, I really don't think anything critical hangs in the balance here. I'm going to start moving Fleet 1 in the direction of Captain Elson's boys and back them up. I do not want them to get overwhelmed out there all by themselves. As a matter of fact, I'm going to form up my entire fleet and head them in that direction, leaving behind, at this point, a relatively light defensive shield, comprised of, well, a lot of it's going to be the captured vessels that I have now. Considering the size of this map and the fiddling that I'm going to have to do, we're going to take a fairly good-sized jump forward here. I don't think you want to see all of this travel time.
Confirmed.
And we'll get to the meat of it here shortly.
Guard order confirmed.
Okay, I have almost everything moving in this direction, including the carrier. I reassigned some of the rebel assault frigates to provide a light escort against roving bands of strike craft. And I have a couple of attack bombers in the area. I'm just sending ahead to get an eye on Captain Elson's frigates that appear to be, well, they're faster than the rest of these ships, and they appear to be engaging on their own. And I want to get eyes up there. I could send a probe, but these guys are pretty close, so I'm going to use them as my eyes for right now. Yeah, they're attacking an enemy carrier, resource collectors, and interestingly, they are taking virtually no damage, although my bombers were recognized as foes immediately and destroyed. The ion cannon frigates aren't registering as enemy craft, probably because they're on the same side. Well, we're going to get the rebel vessels that are under our control and have them work on this wing of strike craft that are attempting to close on my carrier. We will use the fact that they aren't currently being recognized as enemy vessels to our advantage and see if we can't wipe them out before they can do any damage on the rear lines coming up. Speaking of which, there's the main fleet. The carrier is just up ahead of them. I'm going to select all my attack bombers. The main fleet's just taking too long, so we're going to see if we can do some damage with our faster attack bomber, well, strike group, because it's good sized.
Attack coordinates
So we're going
locked
to
in.
select those enemy ships way up ahead and get these fellows moving at top speed.
Ready.
There's my little mixed group of assault frigates and rebel assault frigates and destroyers. Oh, my
Attack
assault
run
frigates left the
initiated.
carrier behind. Well, that's all right. It's close enough to have deployed all those strike craft. It got them here safely. It served its purpose. Now we can let it hang back a little bit. This is not the attack group that is protecting the enemy mothership, but we need to deal with them first. We don't need to get flanked by them. Well, now they appear to be fighting back, but it's too little, too late. And the rebels take them out easily. And there's still some rebel assault frigates and ion cannon frigates up there that have survived their initial encounter. Captain Elson's destroyer is following them, and it looks like they're heading directly toward the Emperor in the opposing mothership. They are brave. I am amazed there are any of them left alive at this point, but I'm not going to complain. But all the more reason to get my attack bombers into this fight. If I'm not careful, the rebels, partially under my command, are going to end up winning this battle without me. Well, I don't know. I think the Emperor still has a few tricks up his sleeve. And that looks like a pretty strong defensive force out in front of his mothership. And...
Group 6.
oh no, Captain Elson, I think, just died. That heavy cruiser took him out. So, apparently the destroyers are being recognized as not being friendly. And that heavy cruiser is going to work, taking out one rebel frigate after another.
All personnel code
All right,
red.
my
Frigate
attack
under
bombers are here. Let's go ahead and have them start killing things. They should be able to make short work of most of this.
Guidance failure. We're losing control. We're drawing heavy fire.
Yeah, those big ships backed by the mothership are going to be a problem, particularly that heavy cruiser. And I noticed there's quite a few support frigates over there too, helping keep them alive.
Looking fine. Flag frigate
That's going to be our
taking
biggest
heavy
hurdle, I
damage.
think.
We're drawing
Well,
heavy
at least it
fire.
appears
Watch
that
out,
way right
guys.
now.
Frigate under attack. Roger.
Just took out one of my missile destroyers. Alright, first thing I'm going to focus on, the support frigates. So that when the main fleet does show up, these heavy cruisers won't be being buoyed up by all the repair power those support frigates have. That's a nice little group of attack bombers. Yeah, go get those others. Holy crap, there are 3 of these heavy cruisers over here. That is not good. But at least they're not able to do much to my attack bombers. Get them, boys.
Guidance failure. We're losing control. We're going down. We're going...
And the mothership is kicking out a bunch of strike craft over there. The rebel frigates are in serious trouble. They're doing some damage, but I don't think they're going to last very long. The deception of being in the same vessels as the rest of our enemy fleet has served them well up to this point, but the charade is over. Alright, we're going to work on these heavy cruisers now, and we're making some headway in damaging them, but I really need the rest of my fleet to get here and back me up, because we're not going to live forever here, especially if those other strike craft come over here to help out. Well, let's see how the attack bombers do. You know what? Although they're dying, those frigates managed to do an awful lot of damage to the mothership over there. I'm going to let my main fleet worry about these heavy cruisers. One of them is already heading back to support their mothership. My main fleet's almost here. We'll get them motivated to attack. I'm attacking with all of my attack bombers right now. If I can take out the mothership quickly, this fight will be done. And there's a lot of other stuff over there too, though.
Group 3, under attack. What's the call? Light fire confirmed.
Well, hopefully I can hit it hard enough, fast enough to take it out before I lose all the attack bombers to the enemy fleet. There's a couple of missile destroyers over there. Yeah, these attack bombers are doomed, but they might get the kill before they go down. All I have to do is get within range. And my entire flight group has stopped. There's an inhibitor there, a gravwell generator. My strike craft can't move. They can't get within range. They can't get close enough to damage the gravwell generator. Every time I try and target it, they target the mothership instead, which is kind of diabolical. The gravwell generator is protected by that, and the mothership has enough hit points to survive a few shots before the gravwell generator stops them. This is not good. So far, they haven't taken the time to finish off my fighters, probably because my main fleet is getting so close. But oh, okay. The gravwell generator has run out of juice. It's got to recharge. So attack quickly. If you finish it off fast enough, we're done. And here come the enemy interceptors. Still, I think I can do it as long as that gravwell generator is down. Maybe. Come on, boys, you can do it. It's a big target. And they've stopped again. The gravwell generator has recharged.
Ready.
And is stopping everything. At least it's stopping the enemy interceptors as well, but these missile destroyers are steadily picking off my attack bombers.
Group 1 copies.
So my group is steadily getting weaker.
Strike group, prepare for assault.
All I can do is wait for this gravwell generator to run out of juice again. And hopefully I can do some more, and hopefully more significant damage. But they didn't hurt it as much as I thought they might, which is not really according to plan. They were supposed to decimate it in short order. Oh, here they go again. Come on.
Attack vector laid in.
Now I can target it while it's dead. Apparently, when it's run out of juice, I can target it and eliminate it. Oh, it's going down fast. Good, good, good. But half my attack bombers are gone. And there's still the 2 missile destroyers and a bunch of interceptors over there. And this is not going to end well. Yeah, I don't have enough attack bombers left at this point to do any more significant damage to the mothership. Already down to the last couple, and there they go. Alright, well, that just means it's up to my main fleet, as it has been throughout most of the... Oh, my salvage corvette snagged a heavy cruiser. It's heading off to the right there. Well, that's 1/3 of the heavy defenders gone.
Code red.
And they are targeting my support frigates, and have destroyed both of them.
Stabilizers offline.
So,
we're going down. We're going.
And they've also targeted my brave lead heavy cruiser and taken it out already.
Attacking.
Well, that's what he gets for running out ahead, I guess.
Enemy attack.
But my main fleet is now within range. I've got 2 heavy cruisers left to deal with, thanks to my brave support wing. And I think I've got enough left to deal with them. Oh, I'm going to lose ships, though. Alright, come on, move in.
We're drawing heavy fire.
Finish him off. Oh no, that is not what I intended to do. Support frigates, go back and grab that guy. I do not need him coming in from behind. That would be really bad. The worst case, the worst thing that could happen right now is I would lose these support frigates. Or these salvage corvettes. And they wouldn't be able to do their job. But okay, they're back on the job. They're doing their thing.
Prepare for assault.
We've got 1 more heavy cruiser to deal with. Then the rest of the defensive fleet, and then the mothership itself. And I think I should have enough to do this without
Strike group under enemy attack.
too much worry. I am going to lose at least... Look at how fast that destroyer is going down. I'm going to lose at least 2 destroyers on this.
Engineering reports damage.
And there they go. Alright. He's about dead though himself. And once he's down, unless there are more ships lurking in that mothership, I should be able to finish this off without having to... Well, I don't know what I'd do if I can't finish him off with these last 4 vessels. I have expended all my other resources except for 1 heavy cruiser that's back guarding my mothership just in case, and a drone frigate. And I think I might have a group of heavy corvettes back there.
Copy.
And that's it. Oh, I do have these salvage corvettes. I can send them into the fray if necessary.
Destination.
And I might as well head them over in that direction. Well, that 1 destroyer is barely alive, but I don't have time to make any more support frigates and send over there to repair him up. They won't make it in time. Okay, well,
Roger.
be that as it may, I'm just going to have to make do with what I've got. Oh, some of my heavy frigates have peeled off and are providing escort for my salvage corvettes. Well, that's nice of them.
Standing by.
I don't know if they're going to do any good, but, you know, the more the merrier.
Escort pattern locked in.
Okay,
Group 1 copies.
time for the final assault. I have a feeling that top destroyer is doomed. I don't think there's any way he's going to survive this. There are 2 missile destroyers down there. Well, maybe they'll go for a heavy cruiser instead. Only 1 of my heavy cruisers has sustained any damage at all, and it's just taken light damage, so they should be able to polish off the rest of this. And I don't believe that the enemy mothership has been repaired, so that's helpful. Okay, we've covered the last little bit of distance and are about to start the final skirmish of this very, very long series of battles. I'm going to target these 2 missile destroyers first. They are the most obvious threat. I don't know if my little destroyer is going to survive. You go, buddy. Why did you run out in front? You're a brave crew, but foolish. Good, they're going after my heavy cruiser instead. That may save my destroyer. Well, except I think the fighters are going for him. And they're going to be a little hard to deal with without any fighter support of our own. There's the 2nd missile destroyer down. It's good.
Strike group, prepare
Let's
for
work on these. Maybe we can save this destroyer. Keep the interceptors from killing him. I'm not quite within range to destroy the mothership directly, but I'm right next to it, so I'm going to torture it for just a minute and let the Emperor understand fully the error of his ways. Teach him that he shouldn't have exiled
Lock all weapons on target.
this race to begin with, and he certainly shouldn't have done that sneak attack on Karen
Coming into dock.
Sajet, the hero of the Kushan people. Hopefully he's in his little metallic cocoon and shivering in his artificial boots.
Stay on top of them.
This revenge has been thousands of years in the making and cost countless lives. So we're going to savor it just a little bit.
Group 1 standing by.
That heavily damaged destroyer is just going all in. He's racing far out ahead of the rest of my little fleet, but I really don't blame him. They probably lost a lot of crew members in this assault as well.
Strike group, prepare for assault.
Shall we just go for the mothership and end it now?
Strike group, prepare for assault.
I'm undecided. You see, there's a certain satisfaction in destroying all the resource collectors first, making the Emperor be the very last thing to die. But then again, there's something to be said for leaving someone alive to tell the tale. Now to hell with it. The crew of that sensor array will do. You get to live. Emperor, you get to die.
Confirmed.
And it is done. Finally, we are home.
Fleet command back online. The Emperor is gone.
We have brought the Council. This war is over.
Enemy unit emerging from hyperspace.
The Galactic Council recognized our claim to this world. The sacrifice of thousands has left a trail of destruction behind us, like a path across the galaxy to Hiigara, our homeworld. So much destruction, so many lives lost for this place. A place of wonder to those who knew only the sands of Karak. Our colonists were released from their long sleep. All symbols of the old empire were destroyed. But the conflict will never be forgotten. A celebration marked the beginning of a new time. No longer Fleet Command, Karen Sajet survived extraction from the mothership's core. She insisted that she would be the last person to disembark and set foot on the Homeworld.
And that was the end of Homeworld 1, Homeworld Remastered. They did a magnificent job with this product. I'm going to go ahead and play the full credits out. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. But if you do watch it, you'll see some very interesting concept art, some interesting notes in the margins of those drawings, little details that might not be obvious or apparent as you play through the game. And if you're a real fan of the series, you'll watch to the very end until you see the dedication to Campbell Lane, the voice of the Bentusi in Homeworld. Thanks for taking this voyage with me. Soon I'll be starting the Homeworld 2 campaign, and then we'll venture on into a variety of multiplayer and mods for the Homeworld series. I hope you enjoyed it so far. I know I did. So that's it for now. It's time to go. And until I see you again, good hunting.